The coin market cap is used to summarize everything that is said in this movie. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to my station to get more XRP news and news about cryptocurrencies in general. Look at this now. As the SEC reschedules its closed meeting, settlement chances get better. The SEC brings back hopes for a deal in the Ripple case on Friday. This week, the Securities and Exchange Commission changed the date of the closed meeting from July 18th to July 25th. Investors expect that the Ripple case will be talked about at the meeting, which is not open to the public. Market traders use EC markets to do their business. You take a big risk with your money when you trade swaps. Because of this, you should only trade with money that you are ready to lose. Traders of derivatives might not be right for all buyers. Before you start, you should make sure you fully understand the risks and, if necessary, get advice from a third party. The Securities and Exchange Commission will talk about the Sunshine Act letter. Setting up and ending management processes are examples of this. Claims that have been in court are settled. When it comes to other issues related to examinations and the processes of enforcement by the Sunshine Act, the Securities and Exchange Commission is not required to make a list of those who attended. The SEC only needs to give attendees notice of meetings and a list of the main topics that will be reviewed. Even more likely, Ripple will be at the meeting to work out the specifics of the deal. The rumors about payments and the way XRP changes during the middle of the week. XRP went up by 8% on July 17th because people were looking forward to a deal. On the other hand, XRP fell by 9% on Thursday, July 18th. Since it was announced that the SEC would not be holding its secret meeting, there is a chance that a settlement will lead to yet another XRP burst. Why would the CC settle if they did? Based on the fact that Ripple sold unregistered XRP to institutional buyers, Judge Torres found in July 2023 that the company had broken its securities laws. XRP has had a huge rally over the past few months, rising by more than 50% and hitting its highest levels since the beginning of April. After a court decision in July of last year that gave the impression that XRP might not be considered a security, this rise was partly driven by anticipation of more regulatory clarity. Because the SEC chose to hold the meeting behind closed doors, there was more interest and prices went up. There was a deal about cards. The SEC has changed the date of the meeting, which has raised hopes that a deal can be made. Ripple is facing big fines of $2 billion for supposedly selling things to institutions without being registered. Ripple, on the other hand, had suggested a much smaller settlement of only $10 million because the market is very sensitive to news about the case. After a meeting that was supposed to happen but didn't happen as planned, the price of XRP dropped by about 10%. What's at stake at the July 25th SEC meeting? Since CS decided to move its secret meeting to July 25th, there has been a lot of talk in the cryptocurrency business. However, Mark Fagel has already made it clear that meetings that are held behind closed doors are very regular and don't always mean that settlement talks are going on. Instead of coming to an agreement with the Ripple and Bill Morgan have hinted at what might happen. The specifics of the meeting, on the other hand, are not fully clear. Still, the fact that settlement was on the table led to rumors that the SEC might agree to a deal with Ripple, which in turn led to a lot of speculation among XRP fans. In this snapshot of XRP, its value is $34 billion, which makes it the sixth biggest cryptocurrency in the world. A very interesting thing to notice is that XRP has had a huge comeback over the last 2 weeks. In the same time period, the market value of the company rose to $33 billion, which shows a strong comeback in growth along with the market's rise. Many investors are looking forward to this meeting because they want to know if it will bring any clear answers about how XRP will be regulated. No one is taking their eyes off of July 25th. Will the problems that buyers in XRP have been having end for good, or will they keep getting worse? Stay tuned with us if you want to know first. The Securities and Exchange Commission sent in an opening report about remedies on March 2, 2024. The CC asked for a $2 billion fine and an order that would only let institutional buyers buy and sell XRP. Another thing the SEC said was that Ripple is still breaking US securities laws even though the lawsuit was filed in December 2020. In April 2024, Ripple sent in an opposing brief about possible solutions in order to seek a $10 million fine. In a surprising move, Ripple said that the actions taken after the complaint did not break any US securities rules. There were different kinds of XRP sold to big buyers, as shown in the document. Affiliated investors are not subject to the rules that guide the sale of securities in the United States. People who want to buy something use on-demand cash contracts. With ODL contracts, you can avoid both making money and losing money. It is not possible to pass the third part of the Howey test by selling XRP through ODL contracts. The hope of gains from the work of others was taken into account as the third part of the Howey test. The CSE could look at what Ripple did after the report was made, as well as the possible decision that Judge Torres might make. As the SEC has to pay for lawyers, A fine of around $10 million would be a huge loss for the group. In April, the Securities and Exchange Commission also sent a remedy-related reply brief in answer to Ripple's request for a $10 million fine. The SEC decided that the penalty floor of $102 million should be put into place, which is a lot more than Ripple's offer of $10 million. After spending more than $150 million on lawyers' fees, Ripple may decide to take a deal offer of $102 million. If a deal was reached, the SEC would not be able to appeal any decisions that were made in the case. A choice about selling XRP automatically in July, Judge Torres also said that sales of XRP through programs do not meet the standards of the third part of the Howey Rule. It was in August 2023 that the Securities and Exchange Commission filed a motion for interlocutory appeal to overturn the decision. But in October 2023, Judge Torres turned down the move. This means that the Securities and Exchange Commission has to wait for the final decision before filing an appeal. Ripple thought that the decision about the automated sales of XRP was a big win for the cryptocurrency market. In the event of a settlement, the decision that affected the Binance case would become more firm. The Securities and Exchange Commission brought charges against Binance in June 2002 and July 2003, but Judge Amy Berman Jackson threw them out. It was her case that secondary sales of Binance coin meet the requirements for stocks under the H. The information given is not meant to be taken as trade advice. Any investments made based on the information on this page are at your own risk. Please read this page carefully before making any financial decisions. We strongly suggest that you do your own study and talk to a professional who knows what they're talking about.